HTK now can get added to that list. They matched the best European results at Worlds historically, and they can be proud about that.
And Jankos was insane in a lot of these games. He had spectacular mechanics, spectacular pathing. Every player also had their individual time to shine for H2K. There was a game, every individual member of that team were able to carry. They couldn't put it together against Samsung. This was a really bad day for H2K, I think, on top of also playing against their best opponent yet. And semifinals, that's how far they
And unfortunately, due to recency bias, you remember the close games. But that day that they put up in group stage, where they're able to run through the whole the entirety of their group, and then do it to EDG again. People are going to look back at that play out of Ryu and be like, this guy is legit. Didn't play well today, but had some of the best League of Legends in that group stage day. It was like phenomenal.
I really hope this HTK lineup can carry on their strengths into the next season in Europe, because they definitely have it in them to be a contender for especially if you look at how the teams around them have kind of capitulated overall. Fnatic without a roster right now, Origin completely collapsed here. H2K could be a front runner for the title in Europe if they can play to their strengths like they did here.
Absolutely. Well, now it's time to take a look at the updated bracket. SKT and Sunsound Galaxy have emerged victorious in the semifinals and will move on to the Staples Center in Los Angeles to battle for the World Championship. Now, even if you're staying at home for finals, we're celebrating the last round of Worlds over 2 days, and you're invited to join in on the festivities. Tune in Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific time for an awesome event streamed live on watch.lolesports.com. We'll kick things off with a special live edition of Primetime League, followed by an all-mid, all-star deathmatch. We'll have a cosplay showcase hosted by the all-chat crew, Riot musicians and composers backed by members of the Hollywood Chamber Orchestra. We'll cap off the night with the music of League of Legends live. Lastly, the countdown to finals begins with a marathon of the best games in World's history, leading right up until our pregame coverage of the final fight on Saturday at 2:30 Pacific.
Are we replaying the SKT Rocks Best of 5? Is that the
Twice.
Yeah, right? We're just gonna boom, just play that whole series, and then we can start making our way into the history books. All right, but before we turn out the lights here at the Garden, let's go ahead and look at some of your semifinal World's Big Plays brought to you by Triple X Return of Xander Cage. At Ravensword Wing sums up one of yesterday's show-stopping moments. That arrow, best Ashe arrow in League history. Let's take a look.
Oh, baby.
And they even got the pick off on Bang.
Rox doesn't actually have to stop pushing right now. They can delay the recalls. The arrows. Look at the arrow. Get teleport.
He's gonna stop it out. He stopped him, which means they can push. But they get it. They're gonna win the Nexus. They're trying to burn it down. Is the stun gonna be enough? It's not. Rox Tigers answer back with game 2. Here's the hawk shot first. He scouts and then he shoots the arrow. Now, originally Echo was recalling, canceled it and wanted to get there quicker, changed to teleport, and it just barely gets there in time.
Yeah, the teleport nerfs that happened this year, adding the extra second to the channel time, pretty impactful
It's in
right
the
there.
script.
Yeah, I mean, he saw the start of the recall / teleport, so the aim was easy, but as far as game impact, one of the greatest Ashe arrows we've ever seen.
Yeah, and people are talking about Peanut's performance yesterday, and it's justified because he played very well, but Prey to me stepped up, elevated himself, has fallen short of getting another World. This is a guy that's been there multiple times, but boy, is he a fantastic.
And we saw it. It made Crepo's knees weak there. Boom, dropped a couple inches. All right, well, at Jay Lundgren Sports has an important question and an answer. How do you beat a team with 3 Infernal Drakes? Well, you beat Faker. Here's your World's Big Play.
Do not repel, gets away from the stun, he goes in for it, and it's secured by Bangy. That is a big deal. SKT, Shockwave, a shutdown. They've got 3 already. They're looking to kill absolutely everybody. Rox Tigers getting wiped off the face of the map. Speth the only one alive. And this is why I put so much emphasis on clutch players. Faker and Bang. The SKT have shown on the biggest stage they are reliable and they can come up with these plays.
Yeah, climactic moment in that series, but I also have another answer for how you beat 3 Infernal Drakes.
Okay.
10,000 gold leads.
Oh,
That
that's
definitely helps.
that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But that is one of those moments that we talked about where that entire series kind of hinged on just singular plays, right? Because again, with those 3 Infernal Drakes, Rox is able to extend it maybe a little bit more, and that game could have gone the other direction and started off the whole series on a different note.
Yeah, and Rock should have probably not gotten a single one of those Infernal Drakes. Every single one was kind of procured by some creative plays that they made, and they really just were playing so tight, and then just all fell apart in the end.
So close, so close. As you mentioned, maybe we'll see that entire series come next week as we recap Worlds. Now remember, you can always share your highlight reel moments by tweeting with the Worlds, or rather with the hashtag Worlds Big Plays. Now stick around for another edition of Worlds tonight with Riv, Deficio, and Papa Smithy. That's going to do it for us here in the Big Apple. Now for myself and everyone here in New York City, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in LA. Samsung Galaxy and H2K doing battle on stage tonight to move on and challenge our reigning champions, SK Telecom, is Staples Center. This is going to be a big battle.
Because you could see the fishbowl effect already when Ruler was looking out into the crowd. This is bigger than he has ever played in his life.
Oh, okay, well, there we go. This is going to be problems. Ambition is low. UK, H2, what was that? They've killed Ambition.
I got killed. Victor. I got 7.
They're looking for it. That's a kill. They're traded 1 for 1. Jankos running for his life. Ryu's cut down. And with Cube chasing, you're never going to outrun an Echo. Oh no. Ryu's in trouble. Here comes Ambition. Crown gets the kill. Jankos is running for his life. Look at the backline. Lona's going forward, but Ambition's running for more. They traded 80 carry for support. It's not done yet. Cube's unforgiven. Cube's not forgiven. Samsung Galaxy are 1 win away from Staples and a shot
Connected.
at the World Championship title. H2K have
Disconnected.
no room for error. To strangle Force by some time. Jankos looks to it.
Error.
Kill back. This might slow things down, but it's at the cost of Ryu's life. H2K are running for their life. A 3